Sound good? Sounds good to me. And I'll try to upload these to YouTube. Hopefully playing lo-fi. Hip-hop doesn't like mute the VODs. I'd be surprised if it did. But you never know. Anyways, if not, I'll probably start playing music that's like guaranteed not gonna be muted next time. We'll see. Alright. What happens off the bat? So Falcon has the luxury of getting the jump on people right when it says go. K-Toy, PewPewU spawned on the right platform. And a lot of people here will just like fall through the platform right away. I don't think a Marth wants to ever be above anybody. That's like his weak point. So a lot of people either fall down or they do a falling forwarder. So I like this by going for the initiative here and getting the free hit. I at least like doing it, or even like wave dashing in front of them, see if they fair, then you get like the grab maybe. At least you put him in the corner, which is good. That's why I hate neutral start. Like neutral start in like, I think it's for pussies. Like your character obviously sucks at the initiative, while Falcon is naturally good at like coming at you. It's just part of the characters in the game. So I think neutral starting is like straight pussy shit. I don't know. Alright.
Taking to the platforms? Ooh, and these hits up there are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny, let's go!
He did it. He's gotta grab the ledge. He's gotta grab the ledge.
Oh my god, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
Blitz88, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Yep, it's the Hugo. I think that's just like a fault of Samus. You can't just like... I think it's stupid that people try to, I don't know. It's just my opinion. Alright, so... This is when you want to keep up the pressure as Falcon. When you have Marth cornered, you want to... This is when Marth sucks ass, because Marth centered the stage. When he's dash dancing, he's like ducking and very slippery. So this is like one of the prime time to put the pressure on. No Marth's like ever happy in this spot. They're not that good off the edge, even. So they can't like do the fox shit.
These hits up there are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny, let's go!
He did it. He's gotta grab the ledge. He's gotta grab the ledge.
Oh my god, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
Faftio, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you. So...
Ooh, and these hits up there are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny, let's go!
He did it. He's gotta grab the ledge. He's gotta grab the ledge.
Oh my god, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
And Sheppy55, thank you for the drop in the Twitch Prime as well. Alright, he tried to go for the knee and he's got swiped and grabbed. So I can't really fault what happened. Like had something else happen, it would have been chill. But you know, you gotta find ways to pressure Marth in the corner. Well, even just like wave dash and post in front of him, or CCing. You can CC the swipe. You know, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to pressure Marth in the corner, and you have to be good at doing it. That's your only real time to put the pressure on in neutral. Otherwise, it's like a lot of CC tricks and overshoot. There's crossing him up, and it's hard to say like, hey, what's the right choice exactly in this matchup, because Falcon Marth, in itself, it's like a very Street Fighter-esque matchup. It's like option A beats option B, beats option C. It's RPS basically. So a lot of people ask like, hey, so what's the best move to use against Marth? It really depends on what moves they like to use. And I'll try to touch more on that as we progress. Could you have done the slide off here? There's a new school technology of sliding off. The Sechi. I am sometimes good at doing it. It's hard to do when it's you're tech rolling in a direction, but apparently you can like hold down and for like a frame you hold like diagonally down to the left or right with C stick. I gotta talk to Sechi, who's like the go-to Falcon nerd, about sliding off here. Because the easy one's when you tech in place and you hold down and C stick to the right to get off, but it's a different story when you're literally teching a direction. You gotta do some like pretty frame perfect like C stick direction stuff that I'm not very good at. It's the new school tech. Should have the roasts. Thank you, man. He did up tilt the wrong way. Whatever. Anyways. Everything is still said still matters, just saying. That's kind of unfortunate, the jab being a Phantom. For what it seems like. Yep, Phantom jab. Swedish D is now hosting. Hey, James, thank you for the hosts. I didn't even know you streamed. I gotta give you that follow, probably. Thanks, man. Are you campaigning for Summit? I know you've been hinting at it, just wondering. Should have big house. Yeah, man. Got 9th place. It's hella good. Gonna go for it? Word. Asians for Summit. Alright, hopefully we both make it in or some shit. Yeah, you've been killing it lately, man. You've been so consistent. You made Armada retire. That's what I think. But yeah, good shit in general, especially the big house. Been kicking ass. So when I was tying into like the RPS, if the Marth likes to down tilt a lot, that's when you short hop a lot more. Empty short hops, and you can reactively like C-stick up to get the scoop. That ain't a common Falcon tactic, going for scoops. But even like short hop knee stomps potentially have like a strong impact or strong tool, strong offensive thing to use against a Marth down tilts a lot.
These mixed up bears are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here?
He did it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
Mr. Driz, thank you for the tier 1. Would I consider going with Falcons, lane foxes? I don't know. Usually if it's a lane fox, my Falco does even worse. If my Falco gets very good, or if my Falcon's playing bad, I could consider it. But in general, I do even worse with Falco against Lane Fox. But yeah, thank you for the sub. Alright, see you, Swedish. Armada would have retired regardless. I just quickened it. He'll be back, man. Give him a year. He'll be back. Look how sad he was when Hungry Box won. He was so like. He's just facepalming. I saw that Twitter pic. So yeah, K-Toy is just like down tilting like crazy. So I think in response to how he's playing neutral, you want to just short hop a lot more and be ready to go for the scoop. You gotta scoop him when he goes for the down tilt pokes. Oh, he went for the shield drop. Kind of risky, honestly, this shield drop right there. I might just like get out of the way. I could have been Yida making quite a chances. Yeah, man. Could have changed the future. Sounds like a Polo Brown song. Place neutral. Yeah. The overshoots are good, and that's kind of one of the mix-ups you have to use against Marth, who has like a very safe dash dance heavy neutral with like safe pokes. You want to have a, I think overshoot stomps. Stomp is good, obviously the most gamble heavy, but has a good payoff. When a Marth is like jabbing or side being a lot in neutral, that's when I like going for like strong knees, cause that's a good trade. That's a good move to trade like weak pussy Marth hits with. And if you overshoot with the knee, then you're behind them, which is always good. You want to be behind Marth. So that's a good mid-range like approach. If they're like a jab, forward tilt heavy Marth, as long as you mix it up so that they don't just catch you every time. And if they catch you with a jab or a side B, then that's it. You take 3%. So that's like a good risk reward to think of. Throw. Oh, okay. I'm a Nair guy right here. I love Nair right here because I just do. Nair and the DI. A certain way you get a knee, the DI a different way you get an upper, maybe two uppers. But stomp ain't bad, it's just like different decision. Different ways of playing it. Stomp ain't bad. Throw. Oof. So hard to get the follow up here. That's why that's just why I prefer them there. You don't have space to run off and upper. Well, you could have. It looks like you had a tiny bit of space, so you can like maybe dash and go for it. Maybe with the up throw. Either case is hard. It's hard with the solid space. I'm a comboer. I'm a comboer rather than like a regrab on platforms kind of guy, but either choice is like has pros and cons. Okay, made it back. Nice. I think Marth is maybe top 3 scariest people to be off stage on. Like, this is just so bad, and any choice you do has like is pretty dangerous.
Taking to the platforms. Oh, and these mixed up bears are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny,
He did. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God, he just did it! And he just does
S2J
it!
is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
And Sturth, thank you for the 24 months in a row. 2 years. that was pro. That was sick. That's the hard spike. That's the pro spike. This one. Anyone can get the one on the bottom rings of the downer, but he got the initial one. That's like the Marth. That's some Marth main shit right there. That's sick. How do you? There's no way you can like get that if you don't have the experience. A lot of people will get like the weak hit and he pops up. That's sick. It's pretty baller. He waited a little bit too. Yeah, just pretty safe neutral. I'd say because he's so poke heavy that you want to CC a lot too. CCing is good. CC and low forward tilts. I still think you can like put more pressure on him to get him cornered. And if you mix up cross-ups with Nair and get behind him and he's shielding, then that's just a winning situation. And once you're behind Marth and he's shielding, what he does next is like a pretty important decision point that you got to keep track of. Every Marth main has their own different way of deciding what to do once you're behind him. Just because Marth is so bad when you're behind him and he's shielding. He's already kind of bad when he's shielding. When you're behind him, he's even worse. It's kind of like Falcon. They're both pretty mediocre at a shield. Does he wave dash out to the right? Does he try to like go for the gamble down air? Does he roll like a scrub? It really matters. Let's see what he does. Usually people will wave dash, so even doing something like naring past somebody and then side being back will catch him wave dashing on a shield. So yeah, I think if you try to play the outspace game without like going for the neutral mix-ups, cross-ups, and CCing, and going for like because there's like a lot of holes that Marth you can exploit. Especially, for example, if they do like a the double forwarder on the first forwarder, if they whiff, then they're just like hanging there and they're pretty open until the second forwarder. So if the first forwarder, Kevin doesn't really do it a lot here. He does like a late forwarder. In which case, like if you time it Nair perfectly, you can cross him up. But if you CC the first instant forwarder, then that's like a free grab or Nair or whatever. So if you're only playing like an outspace game, that's why Wizzy tends to suck against Marth. He just tries to do the outspace game. Compared to how good he is against like other matchups. To me, you have to like be good at squabbing with Marth and putting him in bad spots. And have like none type of like none has offensive CCs. You gotta be like mixing that in too. You can't be afraid to squab, and yeah, you just gotta see what choices they make, then adjust. Kato is like down tilting like crazy, so you want to short hop more. See, short hops there would pay off big time. Short hop knee, needed face, scoop. Grab is a vital part of the RPS. Yeah, that's especially vital when you're cornered on a map. Marth is super slippery in neutral. I find that like in neutral, Marth is like he's like in a duck animation when he's dashing, and he's super slippery, so that you either have to go for like a smart overshoot on the grab. You gotta read that they're gonna run away, or you gotta do it when you're cornered on the map. Or off of like hits. In straight neutral, it's hard to get the grab in center stage. So that's why you go for the overshoots to put him in like worse spots. In straight neutral, it's very hard to get the grab. Oh, called out. Alright, that worked out. I wouldn't say it's the best way to edgeguard Falcon as Marth. But it worked, so I just think you can just do weak hits, keep swatting them away. Stomp. I like Gentleman here. Single jab ain't bad, but Gentleman will like hit him right in front of you. And you can probably get like an easy grab or a nair upper follow up. Probably a grab, so I love doing a Gentleman here off of the stomp. Every time, almost every time. Or you can be sick and do a side B to the right. If you want a single jab, you can jab, then side B, and you'll be behind him. So in case he blocks, you're still hitting him behind. That's good. You would have caught his roll to the right too. That's the baller play, doing the side B off of a single jab. Triple upper, I like it. Invincibility. Oh, alright, I'm stealing that. I'm kind of weak when Marth recovers low like this, especially K-Toy, so I'm stealing that. So smart. Alright, nice. I usually, like, kind of let him back, which is bad. It'll definitely bite me in the ass one day. Stomp. Oh, okay. Aw, that sucks. That sucks too. Because K-Toy especially, I think one of his strengths is being slippery. He's very like fluid with Marth. That's the best way to describe his like playstyle. He's slippery. He's very good at baiting out and using movement. That I really don't think you should go for these type of commits like this, like attacking back on stage. That's what he's hoping for. I would never do that, personally. It's just his playstyle. That's just like his forte. Let's see, you landed behind Marth. Great spot to be in when you're behind them. I think you should always go for like an attack commit of some kind. I think you're waiting for like a roll maybe, but this is like prime neutral positioning for Falcon against Marth, being behind them. He's already trying to get away. He does a short up away. Every Marth is gonna wave that shit away or jump away. If they're like pretty good. Some will try to downer at his shield as a gamble. That's obviously very risky. Some will wave that to the left and do some kind of crazy grab or whatever, but that's when you want to go for the attacks.
Taking to the platforms. Oh, and these mixed up there are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny,
He
let's
did
go!
it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God,
he just did it!
And he just does
S2J
it!
is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
And AK75, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, homie. Appreciate it. No, it's all good. I usually turn it off. Analysis. Probably next time I do this, I'll turn it off. And thank you guys in chat or something. I'm trying to upload these to YouTube, so it's been a while since I've done this, so it's gonna be kind of sloppy. It's all good. Let's see, side B. Kevin's loves doing the first hit at side B. I think he should sometimes go for the second hit. That's something I noticed across the board on all matchups. He only does the first hit at side B, and that's something that Zain... Think of the ending of Zain versus Hungrybox from Shine. He does the second hit forward, and pops up Puff right above him, and he does the upper to kill him for the W. So, especially at mid% Falcon, I think it's worth going for 2 hits at least. He always goes for 1 hit only. I think that's a mistake. Here, so here, since Kato is now in side B mode, this is when mixing in knee approaches is really good, because if you catch him at a weird angle, you can trade a strong knee hit with a side B, and obviously that's an amazing trade. So if he's in side B mode and you mix in enough movement options with like straight up knee to the face, it could work. Oh, he did the Johnny. Such a bad habit, Naren. I love doing it though. Such a bad habit. Oh, good idea. Air dodge was a good idea. I like that idea. I think it was impossible to get back, but still. You get a mix-up off of one hit from side B if you enter your Falcon. Second hit should be part of the mix-up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just another good choice. Across the board, almost all fast floater matchups, and sometimes against floaties, the second hit is useful. Rather than going for the same first hit side B up tilt every time. Robotically, like, you can mix it up. Side B is versatile. He does a lot of choices. I think Marth beats Falcon super hard. I agree. The Marth just blow at the matchup. So you got him cornered. That's when you really want to keep the pressure on. Smart mix-up, smart pressure. Oh, just went for the knee. Whenever anyone DIs behind you, it lets you do more shit to them at earlier percents. In this case, it kind of let Zio have a knee trade. But it's kind of it's just a bad situation in general. Do you DI behind them? Or do you DI out and get like up air twice? It's just not good either way. I think if you DI behind them and he just hits you with an up air, it ain't the worst, but you got hit by a knee. So it's just overall like, which bad choice is less bad? Marth has better guaranteed follow-ups against Falcon. For the most part, yeah. And say you forward throw Falcon off at 0. Like, when you're off stage, it's super scary. You can die like... It's like guaranteed, almost a coin flip chance of dying. Which is worse than Sheik, maybe. It's pretty bad. Thing is, Marth has to connect like way more. And there's a lot of small tricks to get escape. But it's like pretty easy follow-ups. You just have to keep connecting. Well, Falcon can kill you in like 2 or 3 hits. Depending. So Marth has better control and pretty easy like combo follow-ups. It's just Falcon is more explosive. And what kind of keeps the matchup closer on paper is that it's a snowball matchup. You can snowball a lead pretty hard. Dip slow. Kato's recovery is just so tricky. Okay. A trick that some Marth mains use. This is why I like CCing. Sometimes it's just good to like chill by the edge and CC. If you would have like took that up tilt, then free grab, and at this percent it's like guaranteed knee. So CCing in neutral is quite strong. Maybe you can even do the Gahtzu and hold C-stick down and run around. Automatic CC. That's a new school trick, or a 20GX trick that Gahtzu spams. And it works at lower percents, not at mid percents. But I think it could have worked here. Yeah. In general, when you're mixing up neutral, you gotta overshoot. Sometimes pretty far. You can't just like fight in front of him. That's the Wizzy type. of fighting in neutral. You gotta overshoot too. That's like K-Toy's comfort zone if you do that. But hey, you got stuck. Alright. Pretty good defense here. Ooh, great up B. DIing out. If you delayed it up B, you would've got fucking tippered. Dead. And overall, it's good defense here. You're not being a noob and going to the edge. Just go. Sometimes you just gotta hold towards stage as much as possible, because that's your best chance of surviving. And ooh, okay. Well, overall, good defense. I give it like. I think these two hits here, you can maybe. But yeah. See, that's like the Marth Falcon thing we were talking about. He gets control and then hits you over and over till you die. But here, DI here could be slightly better. It could have changed you dying or not dying. I think it was 2 hits. Let me see. Overall, it's good to make him work for it though. There. Maybe DI it way harder. Up and away is what I would do here. In my head, it looks like he DI'd. I'm trying to pinpoint how he DI'd. I don't know exactly. I think up and away is the best choice though. And maybe a good spot to go for some fade back shenanigans. And then he's probably gonna swat you away, then you have another chance to another B. Only because he's been tippering like that the whole set, if you just keep going for the platform. What's up, Tech? How you doing? How do you DI Falcon's hit after up throw or down throw? You want to DI down and away, and smash DI matters. If you watch Mango smash DI when he plays Marth Falcon, he never gets double upward because he smash DIs so hard that the second upward can't connect. See right here, another always a key moment. You nair behind them. That's such a good spot to be in. That going for a stomp ain't that good. They're always gonna do some movement trick out of shield, so that you want to. It's good to try to catch him slipping out of shield in this spot. But it really depends on the reads you get. Say like spot dodge in this spot, then hey, this stomp would be great. Say they stay in shield, and the stomp would be good. But you always want to. This is such a key pivotal point in the matchup. Like you cross them up. What are they gonna do next? What they does is something you should like keep a mental note on and counter it. Still pretty close. I'm liking it. Yeah, this is like I'm fighting you like it's Street Fighter Nair. This is like a key point to do a cross up there. Just cross them up. Get out of the corner and be behind them. Do a dash in Nair behind them rather than like trying to hit his shield in front of him. That's the Wizzy ideology, but against Marth is weak. See, now you mix it up. Nice. It's a good time to stop going for the platform and getting tippered. Oh, had air dodge. Ballsy choice. cross him up. Instantly goes to the grab. What did he try to do? I think he tried to wave dash out. He just tried to jump. I caught him. I think a wave dash out still would have caught him if he tried to wave dash. That's the power of crossing him up. They have to jump or wave dash. A wave dash is part of... You gotta jump to wave dash, but yeah. It's so important to get that instant pressure. Lame. Falcon recovering low is just like a travesty. He's so bad when he recovers low. Going high, you have like... Your recovery becomes mid-tier when you go high. But low, it's just like terrible. Oh. Looked like an upper after the side B. Yeah, my probably go-to here would be go for like a knee. That's intentionally weak knee cross up. You kind of have to go for these type of cross up situations in mid stage. You don't excel when you're in front of him. You can't really overshoot a grab, or it's hard to get a grab in mid stage neutral, so that you have to have some tricks. You have to have a bag of tricks. That's why I think Marth wins. And right here too. Marth in the corner, CCable forwarder. If you watch me at the roast, I like down tilting a lot. It worked hella against Zain, I think Kevin to an extent. CC down tilt's not bad. CC then seeing what they do ain't bad. It's all based on the Marth you play, but they're more likely to throw out moves not safe in the corner. So the corner game is so important too. It's just like that's when you can like really pressure them and they don't have the luxury of being slippery by dashing. I think even if you went for that the regrab here, the slip would have probably slightly messed up your grab. Potentially. As played. I think I just go for the knee and then go for the follow-up. Even if it misses, you still have so much time to follow up. Would up throw be guaranteed? It depends how he DIs, I guess. You at least get an upper out of it. Yeah, you can't be afraid of Marth in the corner. Falcon has the tools to beat Marth in the corner. Unlike, it's better than say Fox Falco on average. That's when that's why Zain excels against Spaceys in the corner, but not against Falcon. He tries to do the same game plan, but it doesn't work as well. I kind of want to see Gahtzu Zain. I want to see how he does it. Down throw. Throw, run upper, yep, guaranteed. Good DI. This is normally a bad Falcon kick. If I was playing Dewan, or if Dewan was playing, he'd come out and get you, and you're fucking dead. He just come out and swipe you, and you're dead. That's normally a bad Falcon kick. But Kevin just stood there. So, I guess because he didn't do anything, that's fine, but normally that's a bad Falcon kick. up B high and then go for some like trick, some like kind of trick probably. Ooh, still winnable. You just need one opening, and you can turn around the stock. I like their air dodge. Balls and recoveries, and they're paying off. Then he just goes for the grab. Mid stage, nice. Yeah, forward tilt would have worked off the back throw. I think he's wanted to go for the jump read. Just go out and get him. It's like the freest kill. You just have to go out and get him. The one would never let anyone back if they Falcon kick. Yeah, why pussy out? That's like the freest kill. Kevin's really creative out of using like fairs to platforms to extend combos. He's always been a creative player, in my opinion. That's one of his strengths since back in the day. Throw. Yup, knee. He did have a hole in another stock, but do you see how costly those edge guarding mistakes could be against Marth? That's all I'm trying to say. Even here, like, he can still make a comeback against Falcon. He just has to be more proactive when edge guarding K-Toy. Oh, he had it. Knee in place. Had he DI'd in, would have been bad. Probably would have caught him. Double knee. Forward tilt would have worked. Yeah, he could have forward tilted his head. Marth coming back from the edge too. He's bad off the edge, so unfortunately you're not low enough percent to CC or do that kind of stuff, but missed the grab. Dang. I think going for the edge is smart. I thought about maybe you should go high, but when you're at 215, anything will kill you. So the sweet spot was the better choice. Just jumped a little too high. Yellow stomp. Yeah, he could have got locked by the up B thing. Damn, close. Where is Gahtzu? Gahtzu Zain. Alright, for you people watching, are you guys cool with me going over another set? Or should I move on to playing real games? I'm down to go over Gahtzu Zain. Wanna watch your set versus Rocky? I like this song. Alright. It's Gahtzu Zain. Gahtzu asked me for all tips because he knew he was playing Zain right away. Zain's like, for how good he is as a player, he's so bad against Falcon, man. He said he would practice hella hard though against Falcon for after he lost to me at the roasts. So yeah, this set will show how he adapted since those times, if he has, if anything. After that, you should play. Okay. I could play. I don't have like a. I wasn't planning on playing melee really, but I could. Fuck it. Or I can just play StarCraft. I don't know. Anyways, right here, you can DI this up. It's kind of like Sheik. No tech DI up is pretty good. I love DIing up and then it ain't bad. You're basically playing against Sheik. It's like throw heavy Marth at lower percents is Sheik. Can't you just double jump? Regrab ledge to refresh. That's the second way to do it. Yeah. Hack stashing though, if you look at the way Marth's up B hits you, the hack stash can make you dodge like the up B trajectory if you don't have the invincibility. It depends. Sometimes you see Falcon mains, they double jump by jumping out and grabbing the edge when they're going when Marth's going low, so that they dodge the actual up B hitbox, but they make it back to the ledge in time by jumping backwards. And hack stash is like another, depending on how they up B, you can also dodge by doing that. Sup Orbin. Day is going well, not too bad. Yeah, no problem, Zio. Peace out, man. Yeah, you need so much melee IQ. Pull it off nowadays. Falcon's a guy you need to know the game hella. You can't shortcut it. Oh, okay. Gotta be good at everything with Falcon. Alright, more proactive Edgeguarding by Zain. Normally he would just stand there and force smash over and over and let his people back. So that's a better way to Edgeguard. Okay, I'm surprised that worked. I'm surprised that was the follow-up he chose. It's not something I would have done, but it looked like it's a great choice. He had like one frame to escape. I would have probably landed on the side platform and went for an up air or something. I think Marth should go out there a lot. It depends, but I think too many Marths to stand there and forward smash.
Been a long time.
Yes, ma'am. A lot of water under the bridge.
Ooh, good choice.
Some of the old songs.
Yes, ma'am.
I like this idea of running like that. I think he was trying to do a dash back out of crouch. That's a pretty decent idea, I'm not gonna lie, if that's what he was going for. The Wizzy dash back out of crouch. That ain't a terrible idea. I never thought about that.
Say it once, Sam. For all time's sake.
Super gamble with the counter. That's just like, that's basically saying like, you probably suck dick and attack on stage. That's like the new bad habit. Number one new bad habit for Falcon main is like always attacking back. But you know, Wizzy and Nunn do it a lot here. They like stomping back on stage, so
Gave him a note, Miss Elsa.
it ain't a bad choice in hindsight. There. Oh, okay. I would have uppered. Yeah. See how Gahtzu likes going for the grabs in the corner? Committing to grabs in the corner is great. Zio never really went for the grabs as much. Not nearly as much. So it's a great choice. He doesn't have space to run away. This looks like a knee. He did an upper, but it's kind of close. I think he can maybe knee. I don't know. It's close. Maybe not. Short hop knee might have catch his feet right here. When he DI behind you, it's like now you can knee at way earlier percents, but it's hard to say based on what I'm seeing. It could work a knee. He went for the upper though. Upper. Basically just as good, double upper. Fucks up his edge guard pretty bad. What would I do here? I would just use light shield edge guard, and he has to up B early, and you just back air him, or you light shield trick him and then back air. That's my trick. That's my edge guarding trick that I use against the Marth mains. This is the 20GX mentality. They draw like a hitbox cover mistech, and then they just grab tech in place, or they react. That's the 20GX mentality. Gravy told me you should always go for the nair at low percent, and then react to what they do. This has weaknesses though. It's not as guaranteed as they think. There's ways around this, but that's the 20GX mentality. For the grabs in the corner. See what I'm talking about? That's when you go for the commits. Oh, what? Down smash? That's a... Stomping... Did he fuck up? Did he wave dash? No, he just ran. I think he grabbed a little bit too late. That the down smash works. Normally this is like guaranteed follow up, but I think because he was slightly not next to him, that ended up not actually connecting, or as he hoped. He went for like grab, but there's that weird hitbox when you're really close to Marth. This is actually like the best, probably the best non-tipper hitbox when you're right next to Marth. It hits you away. But you had to be like super close to them. What are the ways around it? Then there.
So when did you know that she was the one for you? October 21st, 1975. Jesus Christ, you know the fucking day? Oh, yeah.
I think it's just DI and how you tech. They think it's like guaranteed, or very guaranteed, but if you DI correctly and like tech away, for example, or tech towards, it ain't that guaranteed. Jumps away, wise choice. Rather than going for the robotic shield drop, sometimes it's better just to go for position. See, this is such a good overshoot grab. He didn't. Most people would like grab like maybe around here in this zone, but he went. He knew this is when you read the dash back and go for the overshoot grab. That's just a solid ass like read that you have to do in these spots. That's like a 8 out of 10 read. That's pretty good. We caught his jump too. Yeah, took the first match, super important. Especially as the underdog. He's going for the, watching this, he's going for the hold C-stick down and dashing around. And trying to get like an easy counter attack. I don't know if I like it personally. If you can pull it off and get like the pretty hard follow up, because down tilt has such little lag after. I think it's pretty hard to pull off. I just like doing the scoop, the short hop scoops, like I was talking about earlier with Zio versus PewPewU. I think scooping is the key to countering down tilts. It's just RPS, but maybe you can actually counter him using the whole C-stick down tactic that Gahtzu uses. Sub-program. See? It's calling out. Cornering Marth is so good. It's actually, now that when I think about it, like a lot of Marth's default to counter pick in Yoshi's or Fountain, but you're just more easily cornered, and anyone who knows how to fight Marth in the corner will always face this problem. That maybe even a stage like Dreamland or FD is a better choice. You just have more space to work with. It's all playstyle and what you're good at, and what they're good at this point. It's not like any stage is like, oh, this stage is, you know, guaranteed better. It's the best choice no matter what. It really comes down to playstyle, and Zain is a guy who benefits from more space. So the counter picking Yoshi's actually seems like a self counter pick to a certain extent. We'll see what happens, but you know, you stomp and react to the grab. Depends. It all depends. Okay, you got him. Got his ass. Ooh, okay, I would just keep up burn. Especially top platform here, you can't do more than a single nair. No matter what, off of a full hop. So unless you do two quick jumps. Just ducks in front of him. I don't like that. I don't like this outright ducking. I feel like it's something you should save for last second counter attack. It's just like really shows your opponent what you're trying to do. You should like do a last second. Unless you're trying to like make him do a certain option to counter it directly. I just don't think you should duck outright. I think it should be a last second deal. I gotta change my Nightbot. There's nothing wrong with spamming emotes. This was a knee right here. You have to wait a little bit before you go for that knee. Just like a split second. He went for it right away. That's like a small mistake. Wait a tiny bit, then knee this. They would have caught this no tech. I'm like positive it would have. Ooh, stomp a platform. That's the asshole choice.
Taking to the platforms.
I'm a fan of
And
doing
these instant up airs are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny
He
gets
did
going.
it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God! He just did it! And he just does
S2J
it!
is a legend. S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil.
Captain Sack, thanks for the 17 months. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, Zain. You know, Zain, when I noticed, he's good at taking advice. He changes up the way he, he's obviously like a specialist in the punish game. And like a dash back neutral.
Taking to the platforms. Ooh, and these instant up airs are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny gets going.
He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God! He just did it! And he just does
S2J
it!
is a legend. S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil.
Yo, Sabs, thank you for the 7 months. Have a nice stream. Are you going to TwitchCon? I don't think I can make TwitchCon. I think. Wait. It's in San Jose. Maybe. We'll see. I'm edging towards no, though. I don't think TwitchCon is. I don't know if that's like my vibe. To be honest, to be frank. But maybe. I've never been to one. Maybe I should go, right? Yeah, Zain actually listens. Yep. It's all about staying open-minded, man. A lot of people are really stubborn in the way they play the game. You gotta, like, you know, your ego has to be, you gotta separate yourself from your ego, especially for improving. So Zain, why is Zain so good nowadays? He's obviously really good at, like, certain things, but his weaknesses he shores up enough by listening to advice, and you know, that's way better than like 90% of players. 90% of players are mad stubborn. They have that ego. Well, Zain doesn't have this problem. That's why he's now very good. While still, he's not a jack of all trades. Super good at a couple things, but he listens to advice, especially on regarding his weaknesses. Go to TwitchCon. I'll think about TwitchCon. I'll think about it.
Taking to the platforms. Ooh, and these instant up airs are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny gets going.
He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God! He just did it! And he just does
S2J
it!
is a legend. S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil.
You for 29. If you don't body falls and qualify for Summit the Mango, are you gonna campaign? Well, that's funny because campaigning ends like 3 weeks before the Mango actually happens. So the Mango is like a sick wild card for people that don't get in through Summit, and I opted in for the Summit because mainly I want to play against the best players, and there's a lot of people I won't have a chance to play. Like last Summit, I didn't opt in, and then I just never played Zain or Amsa. And you know, both players are people super good, but I think have a good chance of beating. So not only that, just playing, you know, it's just like Melee's constantly changing. I gotta keep up and play the best people. So I really regretted not going last time. That's why I'm opting in. But I still want to, even if again, I still want to kick ass at the Mango. Prove a point. Do I watch Joe Rogan? I've seen a podcast here and there, man. I actually usually like what I hear and listen to. DD Marth beats both species. Current meta, maybe, yeah. And you know, UCF and Dashback being throw it in the mix. It actually buffs Marth quite a bit. That it might turn his skills against like Falco. Since that's like the current competitive standard, it actually helps out Marth. TwitchCon. Damn, now I'm thinking about TwitchCon. Where is it? San Jose. That's pretty close to me. That's so fucking funny. He went for some dumbass upper. That's such a bad choice. Oh my god. This got ended. Yeah, it's not a buff for people that have the luxury of buying perfectly modded controllers. But in general, it's a buff for, say, Marth, and I'd say Falcon too. Maybe not enough to like tip the skills for like matchup wise, but definitely helps. He counterbreaks FD. That's saying I win neutral. FD is so stripped down to just straight like neutral punish and as you are. It just straight up bare bones neutral. So that's just saying if you counterbreak the stage, you're saying I win neutral. Hard enough. No platform tricks, no gimmicks. And this is one of the bearable matchups on FD, I'd say. Marth Falcon. Other character matchups are usually like, hey, I'm gonna chain grab the fuck out of you, or now I can wobble you even easier. This one's actually a pretty good one for FD. Usually FD's a fucking bad stage where people try to scumbag you. This one is not bad. Stomp. Just gotta get that turnaround grab on reactions. He CCs that stomp. Usually you get knocked down, but he CCs it and gets like that. Falco downer style. See? Here is the problem with using jab as a thing. Except he rolled in and Zain's always gonna be waiting. It's basically Sheik like... It's just like another Sheik down throw, Falcon down throw. And all the Marths currently suck at doing it. While the Sheiks have like years and years of honing like how to down throw a Falcon. And you follow up. Throw. Okay, good result. And note how I always say you gotta, that's when you corner Marth is when you gotta go for the commits. Gahtzu understands this at the edges.
Taking to the platforms? Oh, and these mixed up bears are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny,
He did it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
Sprite 2, thank you for the 3 months. Appreciate it, man.
Taking to the platforms? Oh, and these mixed up bears are getting him a lot of mileage. Okay, what's he got here? Johnny,
He did it. He's got to grab the ledge. He's got to grab the ledge.
Oh my God, he just did it!
S2J is a legend! S2J, are you out of your mind? This is evil!
And Rump, thanks for the 37 months, man. Fucking super homie. I gotta start streaming poker again. I've been playing like off stream a little bit. I've been getting fucked though. It's mad fun. PewPewU has the hate required to tech chase Falcon. He definitely hates Falcon. He's a Falcon hater. See, Zain, this is like a perfectly viable strat against like say Fox Falco when he come at you. Run away like a bitch to the edge of the stage. If this is Fox and he like came at Zain, Zain would have used every fucking pixel of the stage to get the perfect spacing, and then just grab him, and then probably 0 to death him. It's not good against Falcon. You don't want to corner yourself against Falcon. Falcon has better tools against Marth running like a bitch, a straight pussy to the edge. So this is Zain's biggest problem right here. He plays this matchup like it's Spaceys. Pretty easy problem to fix. Yeah, it's pretty weak DI too. Above average like result 3 up airs from up throw like that. Always overshooting. Always overshooting Zain. It's working out big time. Fuck, that's a crazy grab. What the hell? How did this happen? He ducked the nair. Somehow reads the dash away with the grab. I don't know how you fucking figured this out. This is like borderline hard read or absolute luck. Super lucky or hardest of reads. That's actually pretty crazy, seeing that. I don't think I've seen any Falcon ever do anything like that. Pretty sick play. How could you read Zain dashing away? That's fair. Fine, that's fair. He's always gonna dash back. Alright. Yeah, I guess it just looked kind of funky. Double upper, the classic. Okay, that's... Alright, that was a shitty knee, but I liked everything before that. Even without invincibility, like, the way he edgeguarded here, well, Zain just kind of fucked up, honestly. He hit him and upbeat right away. You can, like, read this in sweet spot after you hit him, but he went on stage. Either way, it's still, like, not terrible what Gahtzu did, you know? A lot of Marths is still upbeat quick right there. Sub Lord Beard. Very classic Zain. Every matchup he does this. Down air, tech chase. Is it the best choice against Falcon? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's like he's playing... He treats Falcon like he's playing Spaceys. Do you have to do that? I don't think so. I think you can just keep hitting him off stage. And with because FD there's no platforms, so your edge guarding is buffed a bit. You don't have to go for these tricks that are great against Spaceys, but not as good against Falcon. Down air. No tipper. Another critique I'd say is you can end some offstage hits with nair. He always just keeps forward airing, which ain't bad ever, but you can still nair sometimes and hit him back further as a finisher. That forward air should have been in there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See? Gahtzu 3-stock PPs and cruise. He also fucked the one up really hard. The one took 1 stock. I did really bad too though, so I can't shit talk. It was a bad showing for SoCal. Sad times. I'm listening to a lo-fi hip-hop station on Spotify from Chilled Cow. Pretty good. fuck was that? Dude, that's one of the worst fucking edge guards I've ever seen in a long time. That's so fucking horrible. That's so. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. Big opening. Oh. Oh, damn. He's so fucked. This is up 2-1. FD counter be paid off, and like I said earlier, if it's FD strips down the matchup, assuming it's not a matchup where there's stupid ass chain grabbing or stupid gimmicks, it strips it down so that by counter picking you're saying I win neutral way more than you do, and it actually pretty kind of showed. You know, he always cornered Zain. He always cornered Zain and got the grabs, overshoot grabs. He always called him out with the grabs. So, it's a viable counter pick against, say, Sheik, Marth, whatever, as long as you win neutral enough. Otherwise, FD's a shithole stage. But it ended up paying off as a counter pick. Alright, Fountain of Dreams. Alright, this song sucks. Ooh, fancy. A little too much holding in on the fares, it seems like. Yeah, one too many. You gotta start dealing out and. I'd say away and up is ideal. Especially at higher percents. Up is good with the way. Maybe not a lower. Insta calls on the dash back. You know, Marth can really duel Falcon straight up. You don't have to just dash back every time. Viable against Spacies, against Falcon, you can duel him because you're Marth. You don't gotta just keep dashing away. Up air. What the hell was that? What? That's such a crazy combo. Up air. I think I would have landed on the platform. Up air, land on platform, run off. Maybe try to get some follow up. Maybe a nair, single head nair would connect right here. Weak back air, teeter up smash, weak back air to up air. Damn, if he somehow ended it, that would have been sick. Super jank combo. Every time. It's just fucking funny seeing this. He just calls him out running away every time. He's dead. Bad DI. Okay, well. Yeah, it's a snowball matchup. When that was weird. That was so weird what had just happened. When there is like a, I never seen that kind of hit from a forwarder. That was strange. Zain's just comfortable sitting back and chilling and swiping. When this happens, you're kind of boned. But it's, you can still get like one opening and kill him, so not as bad as other matchups. Is that because of the counter? Was that some invisible ceiling glitch because of the counter? It might be. That's like invisible ceiling. Gahtzu's the best at Falco. I think Nun's better against Falco. Nun on point plays Falco so well, honestly. Watch Nun versus Westballs at Summit, and he fucking owns Westballs. No tricks, he just owns him. And I'd say West is like plays the matchup super well. I always feel a little lucky when I beat West. Not gonna lie, but Nun like straight up outplays him hardcore. Not to say Gahtzu's bad against Falco. What's the counter pick here? Dreamland is probably my go-to. It's just like a better FD in terms of like stage characteristics, and big stages clearly he fucked up Zain on already, so I think Dreamland is my pick. But he picked Stadium. I don't know. Okay. Poking him. So Zain going for the down tilts. This is when you short hop. From what I can tell, like Gahtzu doing the hold C stick down trick to CC attacks, it's not really paying off against down tilt. So I think short hop and empty short hops is the key to the best counter to down tilts. Overshooting there. Zain just swinging away. There's like no nuance or timing to his attacks. He's just fucking letting it rip. And it kind of fucks him on this platform. There's no like straight timing here. He's just letting it rip straight up. Swinging like a madman. Pretty guaranteed. This is the sweet spot down throw percentage around here. They're just fucked. Almost every floaty is fucked here, except Sheik sometimes, basically. You can't escape down throw knee. What the fuck is crouching? I still think it sucks doing that. Transformation. I think it slightly favors Marth when it's the water one. Just cause all these weird slopes and shit don't really help you out that much. So I think it's a slightly weak transformation, this one. Went for the attack and it paid off. I don't like him backing off here. When Marth is cornered, you gotta keep the pressure up. This is such a good spot to keep trying to go up, keep trying to hit him. I don't believe in resetting to neutral ever when he's cornered. What the fuck? Probably fucked up. Moonwalk in neutral. And the counter to down tilt, short hop, up air knee. Yep. Honestly, pretty even all things considered. I instantly gentleman here at jab. I like jab something. Gentleman, jab, I don't know. Gahtzu goes for the duck. Wizzy 20GX style. Yeah, not bad. Nothing wrong having a different philosophy. Pretty free kill right there. And here's where flying knee pays off, because you can, no matter what happens, unless he hits you, you can like cross him up or hit him with a weak knee, and you'll fly behind him with the weak knee. Stomp is a bit riskier. Yeah, I don't love the way Gahtzu does neutral. It's good, but it could be better, especially in regards to like corner pressure and stuff. But it's paying off for the most part. The way he finds grabs, and reading like his dashbacks. So it looks like Gahtzu did his homework before coming to the matchup, just countering Zain's like tendencies. But he does have weird neutral habits that I don't agree with, that pay off sometimes. Just different styles of playing the game, I guess. Big opener. How do you find the stomp? Fuck it. No, that wasn't a fucking stomp. That was just like a fade backward stomp. Neutral. Sometimes that's all it takes, especially when you're just fucking doing run up down tilt as your run up tool as Marth. Then any short up aerial will pay off big time. It's the RPS neutral. And Zain keeps trying to go for the poke. So you get fucked. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good by Gahtzu. It's still showcasing how Zain has like big holes against Falcon, personally. Pretty big holes. But Gahtzu, you know, had his own good shit too. Have you done anal on West Balls versus Wizzy? No, I haven't. I've been doing anal for a while. Should I go for one more? What do you guys think? You guys getting tired of me analyzing videos? That's my third set in a row. Okay. Hell no, we love it. Hell no, one more. I'm not tired of it. Alright. So last set for tonight. And maybe tomorrow I'll go over like top 8 sets that are good. Like, Mango Leffen is probably a classic that everyone loved. Maybe Plup Leffen too. So at least these 2 sets, Plup Leffen, Mango Leffen. I'd say the other ones aren't as good. Mango Plup, maybe, but at least Mango Leffen and Plup Leffen I'll go for. No spamming emotes. Alright, I'm gonna go change my Nightbot rules because it's timing out people for its stupid shit. Spam protection. Disable. 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 we're getting timed out. The one Falcon tournament S2J backs out. I am actually busy, so I can't go. And I went to Optic Arena where they forced everyone to do Falcon round robin, so I don't know what you're talking about. I also don't get the fucking hard on for like making all the Falcon mains do like Falcon Dittos for hours. That's, first of all, that's a pretty shit matchup, and you're making us do it for hours and hours. It's not cool. It's like, yeah, Falcon Dittos. Fucking shit matchup, man.
I think it works for Melee. I think, you know, learning the matchup.
Why do people love watching us Falcon Ditto? That shit
Already
fucking
pushing
AIDS.
Western to the edge
Hate
of
it.
the stage, but West managing to get the center stage again.
Anyways, we're watching Wizzy Westrobes. Wizzy Westballs. Damn, Wizzy struck to FD, huh? Doesn't care. That is Falco. That's just Wizzy playing to his forte. You know, Wizzy I don't think is great against Marth or Falco, but he can still tech chase a spacey Hella. That's so he picks FD. Normally neutral, like this is pretty bad for Falcon, but Wizzy gets the one grab and gets the down throw wobble on average. So it's just him playing to his strength. Playstyle matters more nowadays than actual stage dynamics, I feel. Makes it look so easy. Another 20 GX mentality, knee and tech in place, and trying to get the follow up no matter what. But here you see it's borderline whether you can get the re-grab on tech in place. He did miss his all cancel, but that's like the 20 GX.